Just one of the random wild thoughts I was that no one tells something into Shiva. How can we fuse this?
So, నువ్వు వస్తానంటే నేను వద్దంటారా మీట్స్ శివ
Shiva.
Please do it.
Some random thoughts we have. No? One of the random thought is this.
Hi Keerthi.
Hi.
Congratulations. The film is a big hit. I really liked it. It's one of those, it worked critically and commercially. It's a dream debut for anyone. So congratulations.
Thank you
for that. So when I watched the film, before the film I interviewed Pradeep and he said one thing, that when he heard the script he was very scared that he'll become a comedy piece, because when you hear the story it is like that, but when you watch it it's not like that. If I go and tell my friend, if I narrate the story, the chances are very high that that person will feel that, hey, what is this man? Okay. But when you watch the film, the journey is different, the arc is different, the emotions work beautifully. What was the kind of feedback that you got while you were pitching this film to different producers or while narrating it to people?
Yeah, see. So, yeah, many people, now the film has released. So, a guy who marries a girl and tries to help her elope with her boyfriend.
Yeah.
You know, this thing is a situation. Usually, when I say this situation to anybody, there is a scope for fun in it. And the main protagonist will be funny.
Yeah.
It is one way. But my thing is usually the mass. I feel mass is in the intention.
Intent,
It's not in the situation.
Yeah.
Okay, there is a situation is all about stakes, problems. But the intent of the hero makes him the hero.
Makes him hero.
Makes him hero. The intent and how he executes it. So my thing is, I was very clear whenever I wrote, when I pitched. Because the way the shots I were imagining, nobody knows.
Like you
that
imagine that shot, him saying that vulgar
and he walks, the blast, everything. I felt it is a statement. Okay, and so it is very heroic to me. So after seeing the film, then only everybody got to know that. But in writing itself, I figured out that mass is in the intention.
But weren't people discouraging you? Like, dude, because Keerthi, I know you also know the kind of society that we live in. All of us have a moral compass, and more than anything, when you are watching a film, there will be one part in us that will want the hero and heroine to unite, because that's the kind of cinema that we grew up with, the happily ever after kind of film. You want them to be happy, you want the hero to get the girl of his dreams, and you are breaking that. You are completely going against what a conventional hero stands for. The intent is great. The intent really sets this guy apart from other mass heroes. But weren't people around you telling that, dude, this is, and people telling that is one thing, and there will be one section of audience that will instantly get disconnected, because for people, cinema means something. No, you are aware of that risk also.
See, I was somehow I was aware. So I used to tell it to people around me. I was getting discouraged, of course, but see, I should be honest that I was also getting encouraged because of the original thought. That is why this film is being made by one of the biggest production. If there was no encouragement, it wouldn't have happened. And even Pradeep bro, whatever thoughts he had in his mind, but end of the day, he made a decision to do this film, and he was constantly encouraging me. And if you see, not only hero producer, the film has so much of, from art to cinematography to everything. I was very particular that it has to be set in a very filmic way. Just because we have a message in our hand or comedy in our hand, it shouldn't be like, okay, artist came, we shot, done. It shouldn't be completely relying on the artist. Majorly on artists, but also I have to use all other crafts. So which means there was a complete involvement of my technicians in the film. It is also a non-verbal encouragement.
Right.
So there were constant encouragement around me. Why I feel this is because, see, there will be disconnect to a particular sector of
Few people.
That I agree. But that is why I made this film. I tried to make this film as entertaining as possible. It doesn't actually sit into one particular genre. I felt it has mass, it has humor, it has emotions, everything combined together, so that I can keep engaged the audience for continuous 2 or 20 minutes. And also one more thought I had was, the people who like this film will like it so much.
Yeah.
There will be that.
They'll keep defending it.
They'll keep defending. There will be a binary reaction. This I expected. Also, to reduce that binary reaction, I was constantly putting up humor, constantly putting up mass, so that I can binary ratio from 50-50 to 60-40, 70-30. I was trying to do all that in paper and execution. And I still feel there will be more rewatchable elements in this too. Over the time, somewhere it might reach 100%. I wish. I just have a hope on that.
Beautiful. No, but when you talk about intent, the intent is what actually makes him a mass hero. What was the starting point of the script? See, every script, it originates from either, it can be anything. It can be one dialogue, it can be one message that you want to communicate, it can be one scene, it can be one visual, it can be anything. No, I want you to trace back and go back to that very initial, that seed. What was the first trigger for Dude?
Okay, so the starting point actually did not have any intent. Okay. So I just cracked the opening scene.
The Tali. That was there from the
the first scene. That was the only scene that I had. Okay, because I just want to make a entertainer. Like what it's my debut, so I just want to make every scene's interesting, no? So I went to some reception of my friend, or I don't know. I was just thinking about a situation and what if happened.
This happens.
Okay, that I had in my mind.
The whole chase, the whole running around.
Yes. Even see, the thing is, I always try to work on cause and effect. Okay. I just had an idea that what if somebody by mistake grabbed the tal? What will happen? Then the whole mandapam will chase. So that is how I wrote this screenplay. Then through writing, I got to know about myself that a few political thoughts, emotional thoughts, whatever, it has loaded in me already. Okay. So whenever I write the scenes, the thoughts are underlying automatically. Okay. So brick by brick I made it, and the interval was very organic. If I had only interval to figure out, maybe sometimes I couldn't have landed this organically. Okay. And I still feel the first draft of a script has to be written from the heart. It has to be mayhem.
No calculations.
No calculation. Anything. First draft. But you should not go to shooting with first draft. Then the shooting will be mayhem, the film will be mayhem. So then you have to apply your brain, you have to engineer it. Okay, so that emotions and intelligence we can somehow combine this way.
So what's the difference between the first draft and the shooting draft, or the final film that we saw? Even on editing table, there must have been improvements, right? So what's the difference between, like, how it evolved is what I want to know. The first draft versus the film that we saw.
See, first draft will have wild ideas and wild emotions. It is very deep, of course, but it is also very chaotic. Only the author can understand. So it is an expression,
right?
It is a form of expression, but a film has to be a communication. Okay, so from expression to communication, that is, I feel first draft is an expression.
Beautiful.
And the other draft is communication. That is where you have to engineer it. You have to make all the logics and cause and effect structure.
Beautiful structure. So expression is basically you're putting out what you feel on the paper. That is expression. communication is basically you are telling a million people what you are feeling.
Yes.
And I love that how you put
Thank
it
you.
out.
And I feel the first draft and the end draft, I also had this process. For example, I had some wild drafts number, I don't know. But whenever I have some doubt on myself during shooting, I'll just go to my first draft and I'll see, okay, why I wrote this. See, now I have a production, a hero, we are in shooting, everything okay. But when we have nothing in our room, we wrote this. Then there must be something in it. What is that? Sometimes I took from there.
Can you give an example? When you refer to the first draft to get clarity on this or to know how you can probably
See,
explore
for
this.
example, so there was a scene where they both sit and cry in the footpath.
Footpath, yeah, beautiful
Footpath.
scene. Beautiful scene.
Okay. So at sometimes I felt, does the plot really need this scene? Should we keep or not? Because hero trying to save this girl, and hero is confessing at that moment vulnerability. I'm trying to explore his vulnerability. So for an heroic film, I need my hero to be vulnerable at one point to confess. But the opposite, the girl who's opposite to him, she cannot react like a stone. She has to empathize with him, and she is also a thinking human. Then what she will do, you cannot be like this.
In fact, she is in a much more complex situation than him at that point.
Yes. So she has to tell him, you cannot be like a Devdas. Because this film, in one way, if you notice, it has definitely Devdas elements. But also, I tried to tell, you cannot be a Devdas forever.
Like you can't celebrate grief.
Being a Devdas. You have to move on. Okay. So the thing is, I was like, should I keep this girl saying to him or not? There was confusion. Is it deviating from the plot or not? So when I went back and saw my first draft, I wrote this scene. Then my emotions triggered, thoughts triggered that why we kept, because there was an intent to, to X, or it is not actually X lovers actually. There is some timing issue between them. When he loved, she didn't love. When she loved, he didn't love. I don't know how to coin their relationship. It is not X, it is not lovers, it is not only friends. So when I gone back to my first draft, I felt, no, we had an intention to push the Devdas boundary. So we have to explore that. And film, how story is important, film scenes is also important. Every scene has to be somewhat fresh and entertaining. This scene ticks all the box. Then we keep this. So this is one random example, but there are so many moments, few dialogues, everything is there.
But why did you feel whether this scene is necessary or not? It's very important, right? Like how she reacts.
See, it is very important. That is why I kept.
Yeah.
But I am saying, as a human, we all get deviated.
You think you got deviated while making the film? Okay.
Sometimes we may get confusions.
Right.
We may get the urge to dilute the script. We'll be in so much of thoughts. No, that is why when I went back to the first draft, I felt no, it is necessary.
Very important.
Very important. It has a heart in the thing. Then let's keep it. So since it's important to the film, only I kept it.
Yeah. Because whatever happens after that happens because she reacted a particular way. Like you said, cause and effect. Like she's behaving like she's empathizing with him and she's deciding. I really love that dialogue. She says that if we are good, both of us have to be good. If we are ruining our lives, let's ruin our lives together. Yeah. That's a beautiful statement.
It shows her intent.
So, what are some other wild ideas that you felt didn't make it to the final film? When I asked you what's the difference between the first draft and the final film, you said there will be some wild ideas in first draft. Were there anything that got diluted?
Most of the wild ideas I just kept. The thing is, the wild ideas were not tamed.
Right.
Okay, so it has to be tamed, it has to be domesticated so that it can live.
Yeah.
So just fun. So the wild ideas, most of the ideas were there. It was just chaotic and nobody can understand it. That is what I meant. For example, the interval idea of him marrying. Uh, uh, for example, another example is for this kind of story, usually hero loves a girl one side. She will fall in love with somebody else. Hero heartbroken, and then he will try to help her. This will be the conventional structure. But I just want to play in that too, so that I made the girl proposes to him first.
Yeah.
And he rejects it. And when he goes back, that girl is in another situation. See, many people even can ask that the girl, how can a girl move on that so quickly? The point is, a girl can move on. That's it. See, the loyalty is all about when we were in a relationship, we have to be loyal to them. When we moved on, we have to completely move on to other life. We cannot indulge in grief and die. So, if I say now, random thoughts, there won't be any structure to it.
Right.
So that is how the first draft is no structure.
Right.
It was like there, here. It's more of mind map that I only can understand. But on the second, third draft, I try to streamline it, structure it, whatever you see. So most of the ideas were not missed. The way of the telling the idea were all streamlined.
Right. Perfect. It's almost like reverse screenplay, no? Like she proposes him, he rejects, she cries in the bathroom, and then she rejects him, he goes and cries in the same bathroom. I like that even that footpath, he realizes his love for the girl on the same road, and that confrontation between them also happens on the. So it's almost like full circle moments in the script.
See, screenplay is all about dialogues and descriptions, but a film is all about visuals, the world that we see. There are so many things that engage your subconscious to know. So that is why I try to build a world to make it, blood and real.
Yeah.
So that is why we kept all this.
At what point did this Arya inspiration come?
See, I'll be honest. I wrote the first draft, and then only I saw Arya. And then I felt very inspired. Some unconventional idea made it into a commercial entertainer. And I can see some of the parallel thoughts there. So I took inspiration from Arya to make it commercial, to make it appealing to audience, to make it entertaining. I can see there is definitely a wildness in it, but still it was so beautifully commercialized and appealing to the audience.
This is Arya 2. This is Arya 2,
See,
right?
I told Arya in the stage event, in everything. I told Arya because Arya only made me that inspired.
Okay.
And while the process of the film, because I'm making a film with Telugu production house, and they said it as a thing similar to Arya 2 also.
Right.
So while shooting, I saw Arya 2. I really liked it. But the inspirations I got from Arya 2, I couldn't imply on this film because I watched it late. Right. If I watched it earlier, I would have took few more inspirations from that and I would have implied it.
But that's actually a psychotic character. Arya 2, it's actually a very psychotic character, and the intent is quite. I love Arya 2.
It is mad. It's
wild. It's wild. But this guy is much more tame, is what I feel.
See, I want to show a man who is high on his testosterone, but still he can be sweet, he can be empathetic, he can be calm. I can have a helping nature. This is what I wanted to show. So that is what I feel. He's not actually soft.
Right.
He has a wildness in him, but he is a sweet guy.
Yeah. I love that moment, that passport. So a lot of shit is happening in his life. It's mad, but still he's trying to be as calm as possible. And the passport is where he loses. So me and my wife and I watched the film together. She also likes Pradeep's films a lot. We were watching in Pune. We were laughing out like crazy when that passport.
Passport throwing scene you're telling.
No.
The
When
pregnancy.
the guy says that, do
Passport.
we need passport?
Okay,
Do
okay.
we need passport to
Yeah,
go
yeah.
abroad?
Yeah.
And until then, he's trying to be. He's pissed off, but he's okay. But then he loses it, and I think that's the Pradeep Ranganathan frustration. That popular one, that was beautiful. That was mad fun, and there were many moments that had me laughing. But despite all of this, one complaint that I had in the film is that why isn't the second love story, like the parallel love story of Kural and Pari, why isn't that explored with that seriousness? And I felt Pari felt more like a comedy piece. So had you my thought, okay, I felt had Pari also been a serious guy, if he was also established as a proper with proper flesh and blood, maybe stakes would have been much higher for the audience and for Agan also. No? Why wasn't his character treated with the same seriousness?
I should have done that. Okay, that is what I feel right now. I should have done that. Little more, bit more sense and nuances to Pari.
Bit more complexity.
More complexity. I definitely I should have done that. That I agree. And maybe while writing what I thought I can share.
Please, yeah.
Okay, I agree. But what I thought was, see, the thing is, it's a very complex story, and also I have to make it commercially viable. I have to make it as a heroic film. I have made my mind. Because I am not mainly making film for validations, internet validations, and film reviews. I'll be honest with you, not to primary because I want my film to run. I want my film to get success. So when I try, so for that, there has to be something like this complex thought has to be streamlined via one man's perspective, so that audience can hold one man's footpath and they can follow him, so that there will be clear. Simplicity. One of the main reasons for simplicity is following one protagonist. So that is Gagan here. So when the intent was that, there is few collateral damages happening. That I agree. But now I feel I don't know. I should have done few things to Pari, definitely. But also I feel if I didn't, because film was also 2.5 hour medium,
right?
Fortunately or unfortunately. Okay, so if this adds on, this something will go away from here. To balance all this, it's very tricky. Yeah, right now I feel I should have add Pari, but I just shared the thoughts why I had.
But did you have any material written, like not exactly scenes or anything? Like for instance, that moment where he goes and covers Kural blanket and she says, "Thank you, Pari." That moment you feel, okay, she really loves him, and if this girl is really loving him, there must have been some intimacy between them. There must have been that bond between them, right?
I had a scene when Gagan comes to the house, that Tuk scene. First of the reveal where
marriage just before after Singari,
where the girl
is trying to commit.
No, that time when she says, "No, I have a Pari classmate is there." She tells, "No, he'll be reacting to it." No, we cut to a flashback. That after his rejection, that girl was completely traumatized. She was under depression, whatever X, Y, Z. She'll be telling that to him. We cut to college, rooftop. She'll be trying to commit a suicide.
Oh damn.
Okay. At that time, we see Pari entry to the girl will be standing in the rooftop. she was about to jump. That time this guy will come, tap her and ask her for a cigarette. Okay, she'll be confused. And then she'll be confused, and then she'll open her bag, she'll take a lens and she'll show to the sunlight, and she gets the cigarette and it will start burn. Okay, then he'll be smoking. Then she is actually curious that I am standing here for suicide and he is not asking anything about it. And then he casually asks, what are you trying to commit suicide? She'll be like, what, love failure? Yes. Okay, you know why I acted like not aware of your suicide? Suicide is all about 1 second thought. If we just break that 1 second now, then the thought will be gone. I hope that thought is gone from your mind now. Have a good life. He'll move on.
That makes him feel so sensible.
Yeah.
He comes across as a very sensible person.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, which is not is how he looks in the movie.
Yeah. What to do?
But this is a good scene. This is a great scene actually.
Yeah.
And at what stage did this get eliminated?
Again, the thing is, I'm not defending it. I'm just the process, the writing process was. Also, I want to see Gagan's reaction more when she tells all this, and the scene is already too big. And if I put this also now, this is bloated, and is it diverting from feeling for Gagan?
Right.
These are all the things. See, this scene as a scene, it will sound good. That I am very 100% sure. But still, what I am not sure is it fitting into the structure and the overall feel for Gagan? How it is colliding with it, I am not sure. I am not saying it will affect it. It's just I am not sure. So if I am not sure, removing it is far better than keeping it, because I should owe everything that I keep now.
Right. So and actually, now that I think about it, had the scene been in the film, the dialogue which comes later saying that you didn't try to die when I left you, but you are trying to die if you are not getting him, that gets negated.
Of course.
That gets invalidated if this scene is
yeah. There are all
there.
You are 200% right. Yeah. These are all random thoughts I have in my mind. If I say it, isn't that nice? But when I put in paper formula, this brick na, also if I keep that scene na, she is saying confusion. That scene I cannot keep. There are too much of front and backs. So too much of layers, even I couldn't handle that layers. So I tried to make it simple.
No, but what was the most difficult part of one thing that you really struggled with on writing table or on editing table? Because this is a long process, and as a creator, there must have been days where something must have been confusing, right? Whether is this the right way to go or not? Was there one particular scene or something that you really struggled with?
Interval, definitely there was a struggle in my mind, because I'm a big time Rajini sir fan. Okay, I love his films, I love his mannerisms, everything. And in my mind, somehow I saw this as a Rajini sir scene. There are many scenes that I like, which defines what Rajinikanth, the stardom is. Okay. So, this interval is very tricky. He's going to marry her. There were random thoughts that what if he marries her with the intent of somehow he will get joined, convincing her. That and all was a random thoughts that I to make it entertaining. But again, I went back to my first draft and I saw the intent was not that. The intent is heroic. So I should keep that. So the situation is very tricky, but I have to make it with clear conviction, and it is also till now very youthful, coming of age film. till now the film was before the Sarath sir's reveal. It was a very youthful love coming of age. That's it.
Yeah.
Once Sarath sir transformation revealed, it goes into social commentary space too. So to make that into a Rajini sir scene, without diluting the youthfulness, the social commentary, the fun, everything, it was very hard. But once I cracked, I got a conviction and somewhat I made. Yeah, that interval whole 20 minutes was very tough for me.
Nice. And I understand now that you are saying it's a Rajini sort of thing. Rajinikanth is all about giving.
Yes.
It's all about giving to people.
Selfless.
That sacrificing. Even in something like Linga, I love that scene where people from the village come to his house. He's living in a hut, but he's serving food to everyone. That is Rajinikanth.
Yeah, so see, yeah, exactly. For Rajini sir thing is a nationwide phenomenon, as we all know from childhood. But when I see all those memes, the discussions, the impact, even fellow Rajini fans, that I see they always talk more about his swag. His swag is undeniable, that there is no doubt in this. But he's not only his swag, the mannerisms, the swag, the eccentricity. No, there is a superb pattern in most of his films where he is selfless. Nobility and selfless and high human values. That and all I like. So if I keep that nobility and selflessness in current times, it might land up as cringe too. Okay, there is a thin border. So I have to fuse this generation's sensibilities into that. So I feel nowadays films deny that nobility just to cater this generation. I felt nobility can be catered to this generation by fusing this generation's sensibilities. Right. So that hybrid is due.
Right. That's really well put. At what point did the caste angle come? Or let me rephrase it. Or why did you feel like a much serious external conflict in this? This is more of a conflict between two people, right? Why did you need like a third person? Person also I can understand, but that person is coming with something else. He's standing for something as a concept. Also, it's a conflict. Why did you need that external factor?
So because internal conflict, internal maximum interpersonal conflicts will mostly appeal to critics. My thing.
You are a really commercial filmmaker in that sense.
So yeah, it will appeal. See, it is definitely appealing to me. It stimulates me. It's giving high to me, of course. But end of the day, I want to cater a large audience. I want this to go to people, and for that we need a thrill. We need a roller coaster. We need a villain. We need a good villain to have a roller coaster. So villain means stakes. Stakes should come from what we have in our society. And one of the issues that we have in our society is caste. That is why I kept.
Because everything felt very easy till that prank scene.
Yes.
Like everything is working out for their favor. Everything is nice. What is the conflict in this film? And that's when that prank scene happens, and it's such a great flip. And speaking of filmmaking, I really liked Niket Bomey's work in it, and I've been a fan of him like ever since his first film. I think he's one of the best in the country right now. How did you figure out the look of the film? How much of it came from you, and how much of it is Niket's contribution?
Okay, I think as you all know, he is the one first identified the script. That I just went and told him someday. He somehow identified the script and me and took it to Maitri. This is what happened. So, for coming to your question, okay, what special about Niket? Because I also strongly feel he is one of the best in country. Not because of the association or not because of the any other external factors. Only because of his sheer talent, I strongly feel he is one of the best in country. But when we associate with them, we will slowly somehow figure out why. Why he is best, I feel, is if you notice, Nikit Bhumi doesn't have a set of colors or look to his films. Every one of his films is looking different, yet his work is similar. He has that striking pattern. How that is happening, I felt, was when me and him sitting, he always try to work for the story and also for the director. The thing is, for example, if I say just I like this color now, he somehow sees aesthetic in it. He somehow tried to make it even more aesthetic and like he tries to understand the non-verbal cues that I have, the intent. He tries to extract so much of thoughts from the director, and also he knows that for a good cinematography we need a good production design.
Lata Naidu.
And
that whole house thing and with Rohini ma'am, very Ante Sundaraniki.
That one, no?
Vibe.
That one, see, that is a good thing. But overall, if you notice, there was, because I am a big
I like it.
I'm big fan of Ante. No,
Yeah.
I am a big fan of Ante. Overall, the film, I'm a big fan. And the aesthetics, I'm a big fan. But as a fellow creator, I also want to push my boundaries from Ante than recreating Ante. Okay, but that housing, somehow I felt like it's okay. It's one area, if it is there now, it's actually cute and nice.
Yeah.
So that house thing is that, but I like that interval, the red stuffs that we had. So what I'm trying to say is, Aniket has a striking sense of production design, costumes, and the visual aesthetics, combining all the things together, and then the lighting, the lens, camera movements, everything is there. So for the aesthetics, it's a teamwork.
Right.
It's a teamwork, and all the aesthetics, how it placed in the editing is also very important. For example, Urum Blood, if I only, because there were not, like you say, handheld, there are many more classic way of shooting happened in the film. Also in the editing, it makes you look even more unconventional.
It's very dynamic. Like so many shots in Urumblood.
So yeah, it's a teamwork. And Nikit's specialty is unbelievable collaboration and extracting the best from one.
No, when you say Niket does it differently, the iconic, that popular shot of him walking with that red coat, if I think about it, I have seen similar, had it been any other cinematographer, it would have been very easy for them to go for center framing. You know, the fire is coming and he's in the center, you know, it's a low angle shot. There is a low angle shot, but it's not exactly coming from the center, it's from the side. That differentiates Nikhil is what I feel.
So the thing is, when I wrote, I saw the profile wide shot. We should come in profile wide shot, the fireworks should blast. That I had in my mind. And low angle shot, we cut to low angle frontal. That I had in my mind. But what Nikit made it was, I never thought it would be composed in such a way, both combined in one shot. If it, just from profile, the Jimmy moves and then the frontal it comes. No, I never imagined of that. So so as I told, it just understands what's in your mind and apply it to his vision, and somehow he make it extremely interesting than what you have in your mind.
You saw a profile shot for that?
I saw
in your mind.
Profile. I like profiles. I like back shots, but I am a big fan of profiles.
Okay, super. And I meant that Ante thing as a compliment only.
I love Ante, but just as a filmmaker thing, I'm just trying to tell you because I love their collaboration. But I also have that competitive spirit in me. That's what I
have to outdo
admiration.
That.
There is so much of admiration to that film. I also give homage there and here, and also I want to outsmart that.
Right.
That is the.
What are some of your favorite Telugu films?
See, names exactly ಇದೆ, but I'll tell what film.
We'll figure out what's the name. Yeah.
Figure out that noon tone nastana that Siddharth, Trisha, Siddharth and Trisha.
నువ్వు వస్తానంటే నేను
నువ్వు వస్తా.
something.
Something. Yeah. That film I love so much. As I said, Arya I like so much. Shiva I love so much.
Wow. Okay. It's actually getting a re-release.
Super.
Next month. Yeah.
I even when I made Dude, I always just one of the random wild thoughts I was that no one something into Shiva. How can we fuse this?
So నువ్వు వస్తానంటే నేను వద్దంటారా meets Shiva.
Shiva.
Is Dude.
some random thoughts we have. No? One of the random thought is this.
Okay.
So all I had this along with Arya. Just
So how did you choose his profession in the film?
See, one random day I was scrolling Instagram. One of the reels, it came surprise. Okay, that time I was somehow figuring out my script. So number one, this job is unique, engaging. It caters many people for its freshness. But the main reason is it also connects with the script that he is trying to make everyone happy and he is earning out of it. Okay, which means he made it as his lifestyle and profession combined together. So the whole character of Gagan in the film somehow it looked like a capsule to me. So it also caters the script and caters the audience. So I kept this.
Super. Last question. So did you watch this film called A Real Pain?
No, sir.
So it's a good film. When you get time, try to check it out. It's on Hotstar. It's written by Jesse Eisenberg, the man who starred in Social Network. He wrote and directed the film. So it's about two cousins who go on a Holocaust tour to Poland, and it's like May Alagan. People called it Hollywood May Alagan and all. Two people, one of them is very sad. So the ending of the film, it's not a spoiler because it's not a story-driven film. The cousins, they bond, but this guy Jesse Eisenberg, who's more sorted in his life, and the other person is Kieran Culkin. He's not very sorted in life. He attempted suicide a few months back. Now he's doing okay, but he's still sad. So Jesse Eisenberg asks his cousin, "Why don't you come to my home? Let's have dinner tonight." That's the ending. And this guy, he says, "No. You go back to your life." And he just sits in the airport.
Lovely.
Okay, so Jesse Eisenberg goes to his home. He is married. He has a wife. He has a child. He has a happy ending. And the last shot is Kieran Culkin just sitting in the airport with a konjam sad face, but bittersweet ending. Apparently, everybody told Jesse Eisenberg, just make this guy go to his house for dinner. The film will be a happy ending and you will make so much more money. Okay. Everybody told him, but Jesse Eisenberg is, I know if both of them go home tonight, go home for dinner, it will be a happy ending and the film will make more money, but that's not my film. I want him to stay in the airport only. You got my question?
I got the question.
Yeah. Did you ever think, maybe just did you ever think of uniting these two people during writing or filmmaking, production? Was there that thought? Anytime?
No. See, to be honest, uniting was never. If with this story, see, in the pre-interval, it is a clear-cut statement from the girl that she is in love with somebody else. If they two should unite now, somehow I should make that guy bad. And she is in a drama and he is trying to save her, which means it is a complete different story apart from my vision. So my thing is he is trying to unite them. That is what makes him what he is. So to be honest, to that core, I cannot I never saw them uniting. But in the end, there is a post-credit scene where she unites with the another girl.
Yeah. Using that surprise.
Thing. Yeah.
Giving him a happy ending.
Yeah. So the thing is, that was also comes in the script. It was my intention, because even as a fellow human being, I cannot see him being this sad. And also, I cannot tell the message to the people that you have to embrace your sadness. The message is, enjoy your sadness as much as you can and move on. That should be the message, because this Devdas thing has too much milked and too much admired for the sadness. Even I am one among them. I like it, I admire it, but still I want to move on from that. It is a pace that we all humans go through. That is what I
think everybody goes through it.
It is a pace. A pace will have starting, middle and end. So the pace has to end and we have to move on. That's
beautiful. Why did Neha Shetty leave him? Did you have an answer, or?
See, there was one thought I had. In the end, the Neha Shetty will ask him, shall I tell the reason now? He will say, no, I don't want the reason. Life has taught me. That's it. We don't know the reason. And the thing is, we don't need the reason to, if somebody says they move on from you, just accept the fact than investigating why.
Okay, I don't agree with that, but there is some part of me that doesn't agree with it, but I'm curious. But thank you so much for the time, and congratulations, dude. See, it's an entertainer, it's a commercially successful film, but it's a film that you can talk a lot about. I still have so many questions, but time is over. So, but congratulations for giving a film that is making people talk. Like you expected, it is polarizing people. There will be people who like it very much and who will defend it. There are some people who feel like this is this didn't connect, but you made a film that made people react, which is a very big deal, and it's a very entertaining film. Please keep your sensibility intact and continue to write and make more great films. Thank you so much and all the best.
Thank you for identifying, validating the film with few guys existing like you. It's encouraging for us.
Thank you so much. And I'm waiting for your interview with Mr. Bharadwaj. I'm waiting for Mr. Rangan's interview. Okay,
I'm doing it day after tomorrow.
Super, can't wait. Okay. All the best, man.
Thank you.